Hi guys, this is Rose, and this is my first book haul. Yay! So I thought I'd start with a book haul because it's really fun and I love them, but also because I just went to a really cool thing, which is the annual Vancouver Public Library book sale. You can check and see if your library does something similar, but basically it's when they take all their old stock, everything, and anything they don't want to have on the shelves anymore, they sell off at like ridiculously low prices. So for me, it's 75 cents a book, and then for really big like, hardcover cookbooks and things are maybe $1 or $2. So obviously, if you are someone like me who really loves it, who wants to have a million books and sadly does not have $1 million, which still wouldn't get you a million books, then you love finding ways to get them a little bit more cheaply and still support libraries at the same time. So totally looked that up. I ended up getting about 16 books plus a couple cookbooks, which I'm not going to show because that's not what this is really about, and a whole bunch of comic books, which I would show, but I kind of don't want to just flick through going, this is a Hulk, this is a this is a Buffy, this is a this one is Hot Girl, this one is Namor. It's not as much fun as hauls usually are. So I'm going to stick to the books that I got that are fiction and novels, and I think that that's going to be really cool. So we're going to start with a couple that I've actually already read, but I wanted to pick up to have on my lovely bookshelves. And because I don't always have all my favorite books for myself to own, and that's always a nice thing to have. First off, this is Boudica, or Boadicea, depending on how you want to pronounce that, by Amanda Scott. It is the first book in a trilogy, and it's a trilogy about, obviously, Boadicea or Boudica, and it's historical fiction, but it's very much fiction because not a whole lot is known about, the personal lives and thoughts of a Scottish warrior queen from, or English, Scottish, British. Let's put British. It wasn't really as clearly divided at the time. But yeah, British warrior queen. Has her coming up against the Romans, obviously. And it's a really great book. I do want to get the other two in the series as well, but this for 75 cents is a pretty good start. Then the other one I've already read is The Time Traveler's Wife. This is made into a movie. It's by Audrey Niffenegger. I'm sure that I said that wrong. Fantastic book. Really fast read in terms of fast-paced. Obviously, it's kind of chunky. Movie was alright. Book, as always, isn't it always the way, is so much better. If you haven't read it, I would recommend it. If you don't know what it's about, it's kind of hard to describe. It is exactly what it says on the cover. It is about a relationship between a time traveler and the woman that he loves. So it is a love story, but a very sad one. Then we have some books that I have not yet read. Way more exciting. Lionheart. This is by Sharon K. Penman, and no prizes for guessing what this one is about. It is about Richard the Lionheart. It's another historical fiction. I really love historical fiction, as you might notice as time goes on my tube. So I haven't read a whole lot about Richard the Lionheart. One that I had heard of, I'd wanted to read for a long time, and this one is called The Heretic's Wife, a novel, and it's by Brenda Rickman Van Trees. And I love the cover. I think it's just really pretty, without the scritched out library bit to it. Unfortunately, that's kind of the problem. Sometimes buying secondhand library books, sometimes you get ones with little barcodes on them. Oh well. Things that we do to get like a $30 book for 75 cents, right? This one is about a woman, obviously. It's about a wife. I do like it when the title gives you some idea of what's going to happen. It's about a woman and her brother who were selling Lutheran materials, biblical materials, in the reign of Henry VIII, which is a period that I have read a lot about. If you've read Philippa Gregory's Other Boy-Litten Girl. She's got a whole series about that period in history, and hers focus on the women in the courts at the time as well, and they are wonderful. I just started reading this last night, actually. So far, so engaging, which is nice. But it's about her time going into court, trying to navigate her way through in order to, I believe, save her brother or save her right to her freedom of printing these dangerous biblical materials. It's just described as an adventure. I like adventures. Then we got Dan Brown, obviously of Da Vinci Code fame, which is a really fun book, if not, the most amazing thing I've ever read. This is called The Lost Symbol, and it is a follow-up to the Da Vinci Code. So I'm going to end up reading the Da Vinci Code and Angels and Demons again as well before I take this one on. But I just thought I'd pick it up because they are good. They're fun to read. We have another one that I've been meaning to read for a very, very long time. Absolute classic, so I'm sure many of you may have read it, but I still haven't. And that is The Once and Future King by T.H. White. Again, going back into the sort of historical level, that's a big thing that I'm into. This is actually about the reign of King Arthur. So I have King Henry VIII, King Arthur, King of the Britons, King Richard the Lionheart. All of the kings! Give me all of the kings! But this is a total classic. Obviously it's written in a very old style, but I'm still really interested to read it because I never have. And finally, I have this collection. I'm including them together because they're all in Star Wars universe series. We have Star Wars Secrets of the Jedi, Star Wars I, Jedi, Star Wars Red Harvest, and Star Wars Ascension. And these are all books. They're not books of the films. They're books of the worlds around the films, and they take them in 100 different directions. There are so many Star Wars books. This one, like, in the cover here, I can hold that up, you can see just some of the titles. This is the titles from 2 of these series that exist in the Star Wars literary universe, and these are all different series. And these aren't the only series that exist. So this is an absolutely huge universe of books, and I'm hoping that I will love them because I love Star Wars, I love sci-fi, and it would be really, really cool to kind of get into that universe a lot deeper and to wend my way around it in my favorite medium of all, which is the book. So that was my haul. I'm going to be doing tomorrow, I hope, fingers crossed, I'm going to be doing my to-be-read list for November. I'm also going to be talking about NaNoWriMo, or NaNoWriMo, however you want to pronounce it, National Novel Writing Month, the month where we don't have time to do anything else because all you do is sit and write. But I'm going to be talking about that a lot and vlogging about it too. So I hope you enjoyed this. And let me know what you thought. Obviously, any suggestions welcome. Just let me know in the comments. Thanks. Bye.